I can see you right now. Don't worry about them. It's fine. Now it's me and you. How long have you guys been in a relationship? Wow, this is weird. This is all... Okay, I don't have time for this. So, I have got some tips for the guys in relationships. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say I've got tips. Arrive there, you'll fly there. That's not what happens. You have to undergo classes and courses. You have to prepare yourself because white Joe burgers are not the same as perfect. And then the guy's voice comes on. Hundreds! Fucking hundreds! I'm like, oh, okay, that's okay.
Is this like, So yesterday I went to like a stand-up comedy vibe, and it was good. Yeah, I mostly just want to talk about my love-hate relationship with stand-up comedy. I mean, I know comedians, they make a living by basically pushing the boundaries, right? Talking about the stuff people don't want to talk about, making us think about the stuff we'd rather ignore, what not, yeah, whatever. But I feel like sometimes they step over the line. I need to find a way to like keep this camera still. Hold on. Okay, I think that works. However, whenever I go to a stand-up comedy show, well, no, not whenever, a couple of times, 3 times maybe, I've left the place just feeling so offended, right? And then I'm like, why the hell am I paying people to offend me? Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't want to be offended, so why am I paying someone to do it? Right? So I kind of stopped going. The two times where I felt offended, 2 out of the 3 were where South African white comedians used the N-word. And people might say I'm overreacting because this is South Africa, it's not the US, but I feel like it doesn't matter where you are, the N-word is off. Yeah, it's like white people should never use it. I'm looking for a phrase and I can't find it now. Yeah, I feel like white people, no matter where they are, should never use the N-word. And even if it's in comedy, it should just never be used. It should just never be used. And the 2 times, there were 2 comedians who both of them I found really funny up until that point where the N-word was used, and then all of a sudden, like, it just kind of ruined the whole show for me. So then I feel like, okay, I'm paying for a full show, but then I'm only enjoying like half or a third or whatever, and then someone ruins it for me, and then the rest of it is ruined, and I don't enjoy the rest of it, so might as well not pay. So I haven't been to a show in a while, and then yesterday I got the tickets, and I got free tickets from Cape Town Comedy Club. I went. There were 3 different comedians who I thought were, well, two of them I thought were hilarious. Like, they were great. Like, I loved their sets. I would pay to go see them live. The third one was funny, but he wasn't as funny as the other two. But he wasn't bad. I thought he was funny. I just thought he was with people that were way funnier than him, so it made him seem less funny. And or maybe it was just the wrong crowd for him. I don't know. But yeah, so, and I wasn't offended. So I was like, oh, there was a part where I was almost offended. I don't know if I would say almost offended. I just felt like the host, right? There was, so he comes in, he does this thing, and then he like introduces the next comedian and stuff. So the introduction for the first comedian was fine. The second part, the second bit between the two comedians, he started making like, I don't know, his that whole section was about colored people, and he is a white guy, and I was just like, I mean, if it had been like one or two jokes and stuff. So when he first started, he started talking about colored people, colored women and their hair and swole goes, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's funny. But then he started going on and on about colored people and toothless colored people and colored people do this, and I was like, okay, bruh, those are not your jokes to make. Like, I literally feel like black people can make fun of black people, colored people can make fun of colored people, white people can make fun of white people, but when you cross, it's just dangerous territory. And that's what, like I was saying, like if it was just one or two jokes, sure, but like it was a whole section, it was a whole mini set where he was just talking about colors, and I was just like, bruh, no. So I laughed at the beginning, and then at some point I was just like, I just started feeling uncomfortable. But yeah, maybe again I was just overreacting. I don't know, but it wasn't for me. But the three actual comedians were great, and his first intro and his last intro were great. It was just that middle bit that I just wasn't a fan. But yeah, so I love stand-up comedy, but um, yeah, I feel like sometimes when they try to push boundaries and they try to um, be on the edge, they kind of step over the line, and it fucks with it for me. Like I can't after that. I'm just like, yeah, I don't fuck with you no more. um, the one comedian, actually, not from last night, one of the ones with the N word. Um, I don't know. My brother brought him up randomly. Oh, I went there with my brother last night. Yeah, and a friend that I haven't seen her or talked to her in like at least 10 years. And then last night I was like, oh, I have a ticket. Who wants it? And she was like, me. I was like, oh, okay. And it was actually quite nice. Side, a little side note there. But yeah. So, oh, I was saying my brother brought up this other comedian. And I was like, what do you think of him? And he's like, yeah, he's really funny. I like his stuff. I've seen him on Comedy Central. And I was like, yeah, I really liked him until, and then I told him the N-word situation, and then he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I know I'm overreacting, but I just can't support him anymore. He was like, no, I get that. I liked him so much. Now I don't think I can ever watch. I was like, oh, my bad. I'm sorry for ruining him for you. But then maybe I wasn't overreacting. Maybe that is the correct reaction. I don't know. But yeah, the sun is like going down so quickly. I'm suddenly okay, back in the light. Yeah, so I love stand-up comedy. I just have issues with stand-up comedy, and yeah, one day maybe I don't know what I'm saying right now. What I'm saying is, I love stand-up comedy. I have issues with it, and I don't know if there is a way to not have issues with it, because what offends me isn't necessarily going to offend the next person. So I can't say they have to change their sets or whatever. So it's up to them to do whatever they want to do. It's their show. So yes, I just wanted to say metal. I don't know why. Oh well. Thanks for listening, I guess.